You're listening to the Spirit Podcast.
Happy birthday! It's your birthday!
Welcome back to the Spirit, where we wander past the veil, peek into the mystical, and light up the hidden corners of the soul. I'm your host, Beck, joined, as always, by my cosmic co-pilot and co-host, Rachel.
Hey, Beck.
Rach brings equal parts insight, sass, and the occasional well-timed eye roll. Today, we're kicking off something new, a cosmic road trip through the zodiac, starting right where it all begins, Aries. Now, before we leap into the ram's fire, let's address something up front. Astrology often gets treated like that sketchy fortune cookie at the end of a buffet. You know the one. You will meet someone tall and mysterious. But in truth, astrology is one of the oldest symbolic languages known to humanity. It's been used across cultures for thousands of years as a tool for timing, healing, and deep inner knowing. And we're not talking about daily horoscopes here. We're talking soul maps, cycles of growth, and spiritual archetypes. So whether you're a seasoned astro nerd or you think the planets are just twinkly gas balls, I invite you to stick around because we're going deeper. I have to just say that we're not doing Vedic astrology. We're just going to do the North American astrology because I think most people can relate to that, and we're North American.
We are.
Yeah.
This is a great way to, if you're trying to get to know somebody and you can figure out what their sign is, this is just like a little roadmap to kind of figuring out some personality traits.
Exactly. And hopefully we give you a little bit extra of the juicy nuggets. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It's the cosmic spark, the match strike in the dark. If the zodiac is a wheel of human evolution, Aries is the newborn soul. Eyes wide, fists clenched, screaming, "I'm here!" Their element is fire. Their modality is cardinal, which means it starts things. Their ruling planet is Mars. Their body rulership is head, face, blood, muscles. Aries energy is direct, bold, and often misunderstood. Do you say Aries or Aries?
I'm an Aries pronunciator.
Okay.
Tomato, tomato.
Right. I'll say Aries, you say Aries.
Yeah.
People see Aries as impulsive and aggressive, but at its core, Aries is about pure being. It doesn't plan, it acts. It doesn't ask for permission, it leads. It also corresponds with the spring equinox, the time of year when light returns, flowers fight their way up through the frozen ground, and all things push towards becoming. Many Aries have dramatic birth stories, emergency deliveries, cord wrapping, or intense birth energy. Even in entering the world, they often had to fight their way through. Rach, have you ever known an Aries who somehow caused chaos and progress at the same time?
All I'll say to that is that my sister, my mother, my grandmother, and my cousin on my mom's side, all of them are Aries.
Yeah, they're pretty headstrong. They get shit done, but at the same time, they can be a little chaotic.
Yeah, and with the birth chaos, I know when my mother was about to have my sister, she said she almost just came right out. Like there wasn't time to get to the hospital. She was about to just give birth. Like she was ready to just out.
Here's the thing. Aries may be a zodiac sign, but it's also an energy we all go through. Every March into April, we move through Aries season. No matter your sign, you feel it. The urge to start something new, take a risk, make a move, or just blast out of your winter funk with the enthusiasm of a toddler on espresso. This energy teaches all of us self-trust, initiation, acting before we overthink it. Even if you don't have strong Aries placements in your chart, you've got a house ruled by Aries, and that's where your inner warrior lives. It's the energy of the soul stepping into human form for the first time and saying, I'm here. There's something sacred about that first breath. Do you ever feel like Aries season kind of grabs you by the collar and says, all right, let's go, even if you're not ready?
It is definitely a season of action and momentum. I definitely feel that. Do you?
I do. It's like I'm gearing up. I'm gearing up and ready to go to war for some reason.
Yeah, but you don't know what. You're like, what am I?
Yeah.
What's happening? I'm in the current.
Well, maybe it's because we're Pisces. We're kind of like, whoa, what's happening? And we're just being guided down the stream fast.
We're on the very end tail. So it's a very fast movement for a Pisces, the Aries energy, I will say.
Is quite the transition.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the double-edged sword of Aries, their strengths. This should be interesting for all you Aries out there. Maybe you'll identify with this. Bravery in the face of fear. Natural leadership. Passion that can ignite change. Loyalty to those they love. Now let's talk about their shadows. Impulsiveness. Short temper, especially if they're blocked from action. Prone to burnout. And struggles with follow-through. Let's talk about those lesser-known traits. Aries are highly sensitive, but they armor it with boldness. Many Aries have unhealed inner child wounds from being forced to grow up too fast. Aries often take on roles of emotional first responders in crisis. They can also carry incarnation guilt, a spiritual residue from lifetimes where they may have chosen themselves at great cost. This can show up as overcompensation or martyrdom. Do you think we tend to mistake Aries sensitivity for just attitude or ego? I feel like there's more going on under the fire.
I definitely think when an Aries is going through it, it comes off harsh, especially for a Pisces.
It does, but they're a fire sign, right? So it's kind of like, whoo.
Yeah, and I have to take a step back when dealing with an Aries that is stressed out because I'm like, whoa, and I have to process and really see what the situation is going on and what they're going through to have more of an understanding.
You're good for stepping back, but you're that March Pisces. I'm more of a head-to-head confrontation person, so I go right in at it, which can be a little volatile.
I used to be more of a just reaction, a knee-jerk reaction type. You kind of just learn sometimes to slow down a little bit, I guess. I'd get myself into trouble.
I still do. What happens when the flame flickers? When Aries feels blocked, ignored, or punished for being too bold, that energy can go inward and not in a good way. They may become withdrawn, cynical, or even physically sick. Signs of an Aries: an energetic shutdown, headaches from unexpressed rage, sudden retreat or silence, feeling lost without a goal. They need action like lungs need air. Reigniting purpose, even through a small task, can restore their spark. Have you ever seen someone with strong Aries energy just fold in on themselves when they're not allowed to be who they are?
I think that there is a little disassociation when things can get heated. That's my observation. Withdrawal, when you think that there's going to be an emotional outburst, but they can't fully do that. So they just
Yeah.
hold it back, but then it can come back with a vengeance.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Spirit Seekers, enjoying the show? Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to the Spirit. Leave us a review on Apple or Spotify and share the love. We drop a new video every week on our YouTube channel covering paranormal, conspiracy, high strangeness, and more. Have questions or want to share your own spooky story? Drop us a line at tothespiritpod@gmail.com. Stay spirited.
Well, Beck, Aries is ruled by Mars, the god of war, but also the god of will. Think beyond chaos. Mars represents the sacred fire of drive, mission, and creation through action. Spiritually, Aries is the soul's first breath, the brave soul incarnating after lifetimes of blending in. They are the Prometheus, the rebel who steals fire from the gods to bring light to others. In some spiritual systems, Aries corresponds to spontaneous awakening events, Kundalini surges, sudden downloads, and even near-death experiences. They don't tiptoe into awakening, they kick the door in.
That they do, Rach. That they do. Let's talk about some real-world Aries who flip the script. Lady Gaga. Aries Sun, constant reinvention, bold individuality, unapologetic power. Robert Downey Jr. Aries Rising, the comeback king with the Iron Man swagger. Aretha Franklin. Aries Moon, vocal warrior, commanding presence. Not all Aries are brash extroverts. Many channel that energy into innovation, artistry, and spiritual fire. Rach, did you know Elton John was an Aries? That totally tracks, right?
I did not know that, but it makes sense. Especially, him and Lady Gaga, they both got that type of energy, reinvention, flamboyance to them. So the health focus of Aries is ruled by the head and blood. Common ailments for Aries are migraines, sinus pressure, high blood pressure, and head injuries. The emotional root, repressing anger or being blocked from action. Supportive practices for Aries are things like martial arts, cardio, breath work, journaling rage in a safe space, working with fire, like candles and bonfires, safely, of course. Crystals for Aries are carnelian, ignites motivation, bloodstone, fortifies the warrior spirit, and clear quartz, which helps Aries slow down and focus. Herbs and allies for Aries are cayenne pepper, which stimulates flow, ginger root, warms the blood, and nettle, which strengthens the system.
That all tracks since Aries are ruled by their head and they are prone to those migraines. So if you think about cayenne pepper stimulating that blood flow or the ginger root that's warming the blood, makes perfect sense.
In my family, those are all very chronic, and all the little Aries women that I'm surrounded by.
Yeah, I think you even got a little touch of those headaches too, didn't you?
Yeah, since I am birthed from an Aries.
Aries souls often incarnate with a mission to find their voice and power after lifetimes of suppression, obedience, or invisibility. They may be born into families where they must fight to be themselves, or struggle with authority until they become their own, or gravitate towards leadership, often without asking for it. Even when they aren't the eldest child, many Aries carry a kind of cosmic firstborn complex, feeling like it's their job to lead, even when no one asked them to. Do you think people with strong Aries charts signed up for a soul boot camp in this lifetime?
They signed up for something, that's for sure. Definitely signed up to put themselves in situations where I think the challenge is fight or flight for them.
In love, Aries wants presence. They're not the type to play games. They crave honesty, attention, and a bit of a healthy challenge. Their best matches? Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, and Aquarius. Unexpected alchemy, Scorpio, because they share Mars rulership, and Virgo, well, that helps ground Aries energy. High drama combo, Aries and Pisces. That's a passionate dream world meets unfiltered drive. Explains a little bit of the dynamic. Fun fact, Aries and Virgo can either be a power duo of action and precision or completely combust. They form the axis of Do it now and do it right. What do you think it takes to be in a relationship with a fire sign and not get burned, Rach?
I think you have to be more of the submissive person.
Yeah. You have to have that in you. Do you have that in you? More than me, I think.
It's hard. You have to be the one, I think, that has to be directed all the time. I don't like to be directed all the time, but I think I'm I'm an older sibling, so I'm the one who likes to just naturally take charge. So
it wouldn't work for you.
no, it wouldn't work for me.
It wouldn't work for me either, but I did find myself in the younger years being attracted to the Aries and being attracted to the fire signs, which was probably the worst thing for water and fire. But of course, we want what we can't have, and we're attracted to the opposite.
Yeah, like I don't mind someone taking charge, but I don't like someone directing the narrative.
Same. I'll run away.
Yeah.
Well, here's some quick listener tales. My Aries boss once fired someone mid-meeting for not being enthusiastic enough. Tracks. My niece, 5 years old, introduced herself to a neighbor as the queen of the street. I dated an Aries who proposed on day 2 and broke up with me on day 5 because I hesitated. I feel like Aries doesn't date. They just draft you into an adventure. Ever known someone like that?
They got their whole life set up, planned for the next 50 years. Here's the spiritual side of Aries that rarely gets talked about. They're often souls who are new to human life or returning after a long absence. They are learning how to say, I exist and I matter. Their work is sacred, to blaze trails for others, even when they're misunderstood.
I have a channeled message now for you Aries out there. You are not here to wait your turn. You are here to light the torch, even when no one else believes there's a path. Just because you start alone doesn't mean you'll end alone. Keep going. A final note, Aries energy responds powerfully to the phrase, I am. Try using mirror rituals or mantras like, I am safe to be seen. I am allowed to begin. I am not wrong for existing. So that's Aries, the spark, the starter, the one who dares to move first. Whether you're an Aries sun, moon, rising, or just feeling that fire season hit, I hope today gave you something more than just a horoscope. I hope it helped you to see the warrior and the poet living in the same heartbeat. Next time, we'll wander into the garden of Taurus, earthy, grounded, and maybe a little stubborn. You know who you are. Until then, keep your spirit lit and your feet on the path.
And remember, the stars don't control you. They just show you where to begin the journey.
Stay curious.
Stay sacred.
To the spirit
Podcast.
supernatural science psychic mystic
Spirit.
divine source heaven
It's magic.